This morning I had a run-in on the beachfront path, and by the end of it, I was told by that woman to go and enjoy my holiday. And I thought that was a bit ordinary, actually. But the more I kind of sat with it through the morning, the more I realised that it really wasn't about me. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today as I walk along the beachfront path here in Sanur, which is looking lovely today. Again, a little bit overcast, a little bit mundung, but I will walk up the beachfront path. I'm starting off in a fairly southerly part of the beachfront path. I'm going to try and check out Lilla Pantai, which is only opened in the past couple of days, I think. We're going to have a look at that, see what it's like, see how it's going. I think it's maybe a soft opening. They haven't really put much promo out there. And then we're going to walk up the beachfront path, see what else we can come across, see if we can bump into some people, maybe have a few other little bits of coffee or something to eat. We'll see. Let's get stuck in. So what actually happened? Well, Susan and another Indonesian guy were sort of running along the beachfront path this morning, and I was about 5 metres behind them running as well. And I heard this lady call out, hey, you shouldn't be running there, you should be running over this side. And there's this ongoing debate on the beachfront path about where you should walk and where you should run and where cyclists should be. Because if you've been down here before, you'll realise that that beachfront path is a bit of a it's a bit of a beast. It's sort of been built up over the years from something that was quite narrow to something into what it is today. So it's been expanded over the years. And what it means is that it splits in a lot of different areas and then comes back together in a lot of different areas, and people don't really know where to run. So what it's become over the years is a bit of a free-for-all. It's a bit of a shared path anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I don't really get bent out of shape about it at all. Even if people are sort of running into the wrong areas and bumping into each other, it doesn't bother me. But it does bother some people. And because I was just running behind Susan, because I heard it, I stopped and said, hey, you're not the police. And then I got into some other sort of thing where I was saying, you know what, this is Indonesia and things just aren't the same here as back in your home country, you know? And I probably shouldn't have said that, because if you're idealistic, you do want things to improve around here, and I do as well. So just saying, oh, it's just not like it is in your home country can probably not really go down too well, I think. But the thing that really sort of hit me was she said that she comes down to this beachfront path every day, and every day she's confronted by people who are not walking along the path properly, and it really her off, yeah? She swore. No, I don't mind that. I don't mind her swearing. But what it sort of, it's like a siren went off in my mind, and I thought, hang on, this person's really angry on a daily basis because of the way people are walking along the path, and that's just not a good place to be in, actually, mentally. And a lot of foreigners do find frustrations here that drive them crazy, you know? And after a while, you've got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? So I want to sort of delve into how you might adapt to some of these things over the years if you do come and live here, or if you go on holidays here, whether you can sort of ignore some of these issues, whether you should ignore them, whether you should say something. The thing about that is that she's not alone in calling people out on that path. There are quite a few people. There's a woman cyclist, a man cyclist, there's another guy that walks along the path regularly, that regularly have a go at people on the path about not doing the right thing, in their opinion. And that's the key point here, because there really aren't too many rules down here. I mean, there are suggestions on where you should walk just to sort of, you know, keep things flowing nicely. But this is not Germany, where you've got these hard and fast rules and the police are going to come and fine you if you do the wrong thing. It is Indonesia. So there is a little bit of tolerance you've got to have about the way that's a little bit more chaotic here. Now, that said, like, I'm walking along the path at the moment, and this is the walking section and the cycling section's over there. So it makes a lot of sense that you walk in the walking section, and people generally do. The complication comes when these two paths come together. What do you do then? Do you keep left of the joined path, or do you have two separate paths that you go left on the right hand side? Like, I'll show you what I mean. Like, it's really weird. I've just bumped into a viewer of the channel. What's your name?
Brad Butler. How are you, mate?
Nice to meet you, Brad. I'm Adam.
Adam, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch you all the time.
Do you? That's
talking about you, actually.
Well, yeah?
You say Makasi Banya.
Yeah.
And I had to find out what it was, and I worked it out from you.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I get a few Indonesian words in there. It makes things just a little bit better.
I can speak quite a lot of Indonesian.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Balinese. It goes a long way.
Oh, of course it does, mate. Yeah.
Amazing. It makes a big difference.
Yeah. Where are you from?
From Sydney.
Sydney. Whereabouts?
Grace Point.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's the new Miranda.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you live over here, eh?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
Are you enjoying yourself over here? on holiday?
Yeah. We've been here. This is our 15th time.
Wow. You're practically living here anyway.
No. I worked out I've spent probably 12 months here in total.
Wow, that's a long time, isn't it?
1983.
Wow, that is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
My wife is obsessed with it. Our whole yard and everything's all Bali.
I think there's a lot of people like that, with obsessed with the Bali aesthetic, the vibe here, all that. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, mate, I'm going to keep going on now.
Thanks,
Thank
Adam.
you.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too, mate.
Good work.
See you, Brad.
See you later.
You're probably wondering why I'm even talking about this. Well, the point is that often Indonesians are on the receiving end of it. So I've got an Indonesian friend. She's been on the receiving end of the woman on a bicycle, which has had a go at her before. And she actually said, "Who are you? Are you the police?" And because she'd already told me that story, that sprung to mind when I came across the same situation today. So that's her line. But she's also been told off by the guy who walks along here about where she needs to walk. And she finds it really offensive that you've got people coming in here who are not locals telling locals what to do. I sort of understand that as well. I'll show you where we are here. So we're at Bobby's here. Yeah. And then Lilla Pantai, which is already really busy, is here, is next door. Really gotten so busy. So it looks pretty much similar to what it used to be, yeah? Look at that, isn't that nice? And this is what the interior looks like. Hello, look at this, isn't this beautiful? Wow, bagus. Ada atasnya juga. Boleh lihat? Yeah. I'm gonna go upstairs, have a bit of a look at the upstairs. Wow, this is really fancy, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait to have something to eat and drink here. Wow. Oh, they haven't finished it yet, but that's what it's going to be like upstairs as well. A nice big area out there. Oh, beautiful. This place is looking really good. The fit out's excellent. The prices are fairly normal for Sanur cafe standards, so I'm going to get some pepes ikan and a cappuccino. They've got Western food on the menu. They've got local food, they've got cocktails, so they've got alcohol here as well, and then a range of juices and that sort of stuff. It's just a beautiful setup, and it's very similar to what it used to be. So if you like the old Lilla Pantai, you're going to love this place for sure. The other thing that happened to my Indonesian friend, when she was called out by one of those people, is that they said, "Oh, your English is good," and she was like, what does that mean? I guess that fits into a broader narrative where it feels like some people here feel like they're above other people. Not just me, but above Indonesians. I don't know where it comes from, that arrogance, but it's not nice. I felt it today. So as part of the interaction I had today was she was basically telling me to go about my holiday and just ignore it. And I'm like, I'm not on holiday. I live here. I've lived here for a long time. So don't try and demean me by telling me that you live here and it's more important to you than me as a visitor. I really don't like that attitude. I actually feared that a lot before I came to Bali because I've never really experienced it before where I used to live in Bandung. But here, because people are using the length of time that they've lived here as sort of like a currency, some people like to throw it around and judge others by it. And often some people feel like they've got more authority to say stuff to other people because of it. Yeah, it's pretty sickening for me, actually. And I think one of the things that's missing from a lot of these discussions is that Indonesians don't tackle issues head on. They don't go barging in and confronting things directly. So when we as foreigners do that to them, oh, here comes my coffee. Yeah. Oh, bagus. Yeah. Makasih. When we do that and confront things head on, it comes across as incredibly rude and arrogant. Incredibly arrogant. And the last thing you want to be called when you're in Indonesia is arrogant. Arrogant is the last thing you want to be called, or sombong. It's funny, when one of the things that I got wrong, I think, was when she told me that she lived here and I'm a tourist, I felt like I had to say, no, I'm not a tourist, which is almost as bad, isn't it? Like if I'm trying to say, use my own experiences here as currency in the argument, which is not really the right way to go about it as well. But that's what I did anyway. I basically said, well, I live here too. So don't talk to me like that. But it doesn't mean you should talk to anyone like that, really. I just can't believe there are people out there telling other people what to do. It's quite odd that you'd come to a place like Bali where you enjoy the freedoms that we have here, that you go around telling people what to do, really. And I think if you've gotten to that point in your journey in Indonesia, and some people do get to this point where they're incredibly frustrated by certain things, it's probably time to either move on or really have a look at how you're dealing with some of these situations. Over the years, I've learnt to be a little bit apathetic about some stuff. It doesn't make me a bad person, but it just means that I just accept that things are the way they are, and nothing I do is going to change things, unless I want to go up and set up a big foundation like the Sanur Beachfront Footpath Rules Association. Like, you're just not going to get any progress. It's never going to change. Of course it's not. Calling people out on the path isn't going to do anything. So there's a couple of points here. Number one is that superiority thing needs to go out the window. The other thing is that when you come here, you need to leave your idealism at the door. And I think most people who come on holidays generally understand that Bali is part of a country that is totally different to where you come from, and things are done differently, and that's okay. It's part of the joy of being here. I think sometimes when people live here a little bit longer, they forget that some of the differences here are what make the place unique. They may not be perfect, but it's just the way that things are, and that idealism really doesn't get you anywhere, actually. And I guess the last point I'd like to make is that imagine that you left your home country to go to a different country and live, and after 10 years you were bitter about really small details like, I don't know, your rubbish hasn't been picked up for a couple of weeks, or someone's walking on the wrong part of a path. Imagine if you were really bitter like that. Wouldn't you start questioning what you're doing here? Like, really? I would. So I guess there's a bit of advice in there is trying to adapt. When you sort of come here, you try to adapt to the local way of doing things. Things may not happen the way that you would like them to. Things like people burning rubbish and so forth, there's not much you can do about. And if it's starting to affect the way that you feel on a daily basis, getting you upset, it's probably time to have a bit of a think about how you handle these things. Let's get stuck into this coffee. As I said, it looks like a good one. It looks like they've got a bit of shortbread or something there. Nice.
Mantap.
Decent coffee too. Nice coffee. That is a 35,000 coffee plus. I like it. Actually, really good temperature and good milk. So that is Pepe Siskan. I think it's 79,000 plus tax and service and all that sort of stuff. That there is banana leaf. And what they do, they steam the fish inside. That's tuna that they steam inside there with all those Balinese herbs and spices, making it look a little bit yellow. And then a bit of sayuran on the side and your rice. Pretty complete meal, perfect for lunch. I won't eat all that rice for sure. I'll eat the fish and maybe a few veggies and leave the rice, I reckon. All right, let's look at this fish. Very chunky, which is what you'd expect in it. Oh wow. Well, that's good. Got a slight zing to it. Lots of herbs and spices in there. So moist. Hasn't dried out at all. Yum. A few stir-fried veggies. Unreal. Love it. I just got invited behind the scenes by the owners of this place to have a look around the back. This is what it looks like behind the scenes here in Lilla Pantai. They've got this grill. This is what my fish was finished off with, and it gives you that smoky flavour. And Jesus, great to see that in operation here. So that is what Lilla Pantai is looking like. It's getting a bit overcast now, so it doesn't look as bright as it otherwise might. But still, even though it's overcast, inside it is very bright still. And they've actually worked on their lighting in there to make sure they get enough light inside that little cafe. I love it. I actually really, really love that place. I think is going to be incredibly popular as time goes on, because it's just what the beachfront needs. Always had it. They were open for 10 years at their other locations, and I was just speaking to the owners there, Victor and Agus, and they were telling me that they're bringing back the happy hour for wine between 5 and 6 most days, I think they said. You might want to check that out, because my memory is hopeless. But geez, I love that place. I'm really, really positive on that place. I think it's going to be an absolute hit. It always was good, but it feels like, well, that looks nice over there, doesn't it, at the moment? But it feels like Sanur has been missing that. And that place in particular. Interesting story about the owners. So basically the owner, I mean, it's hard to say who the number one owner is, but basically those two guys I was speaking to, Victor and Agus, they are half Swedish, half Balinese, so their dad's Balinese, and he's the restaurateur of that place. And Victor and Agus did some study to be architects in Sweden. And so they did the architecting on it. And they were telling me about the construction of that place, that to comply with all the local regulations and so forth, you've got to do a whole lot of stuff. For example, you need your own sewage treatment plant, so that the water that comes out of it is like pure, clear water. So you don't pollute the groundwater or the ocean. So they've done that. They have to have their own grease traps, and multiple grease traps. So there's lots of different things from an environmental point of view that they do to make that place comply. And yeah, that's actually quite nice to know some of those things as well. They've got an upstairs area that's going to be open apparently towards the end of July. That they may make it AC, they may not. Love that place. Please let me know in the comments if you go to it, because I'd love to hear your feedback on it as well. Tell you who else I met today, earlier this morning, was a lady by the name of Kim. And she's married to a guy named Berg. And they are Bergs in Bali. And that was the first time I've ever met Kim. If you don't know who they are, they had a YouTube channel back in the day. Prior to sort of when I was around, we overlapped a little bit, but they were the original Sanur people on YouTube, and got a really strong following. So I met her for the first time, and we had a little bit of a chat, and she was saying that, I mentioned to her that my most recent video, there was been a lot of people in the comments really complaining about how things are going in Australia, how life is, and how people are very unhappy about things. And what she sort of said to me was that she is blissfully ignorant of most news. She doesn't keep up to date with all of that stuff, because for her, it just brings the levels down, you know. It can really get you upset if you get into all the politics and all the news, because the news is always negative. So for her, she's really happy with the way that their life's sort of panning out over here, you know. And they've been here for 4.5 years and loving every second of it. So that's probably a bit of good advice there, isn't it? If you do move to a place like Bali, I don't know, maybe even if you're living in Australia, less consumption of all that negative news might be the way to go. Here we go. You guys have a hug. What's your name?
Ricky, I watched you religiously.
I told you.
Sorry, what's your name?
Brian.
Brian, nice to meet you, Brian. So you're the spotter.
Yeah, she goes, if you see him, I want to see him. You're not just spotting.
You're stuck in the shop.
Oh my God, I've been watching your videos for years, mate.
Well, there you go. No, not Telegram, no.
So you live in Sanur?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
My God.
You know the whole story.
I do. Yes, he lives with
So you love living in Sanur?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It feels like holiday every day, really.
So how did you actually do it? Did you buy a villa or are you renting?
I'm renting, so I pay 125 million a year for a 2-story, 2-bedroom place with a pool.
Yeah.
So that's like 10,000 bucks a year.
I've already seen his house.
A year, yeah. Nice place though, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Stainless steel counters and all that sort of stuff.
You
Yeah.
should see the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Inside.
Beautiful. Exactly.
Yeah, right, okay.
Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Depends what your.
But you got to pay cash up front, do you?
Yeah, you got to pay up front. I pay 2 years in advance.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I already know.
There we go.
Yeah, right,
All the
okay.
stories, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of
wow.
people are sort of thinking about moving to a place like Bali or spending more time here. And then you've got to do things like, if you want to spend a bit more time, how are you going to find a place for only 6 months of the year or 3 months? You don't want to stay in a hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So getting that sorted out is the first challenge. But once you've done it,
Yep.
A lot of people are really enjoying having half or whatever, you know. That's
Yeah.
what's going on now.
Yeah.
Especially because, oh, well, look at it, it's cruisy as, you know.
Oh,
we
my
looked at doing a
gosh.
place up in Canadassa. It's
Ah,
cheaper than
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather be here.
Would ya?
Yeah.
But that, like, I meant the buy the actual place,
Yeah,
buy it, and
yeah.
then kind of
Yeah.
rent it out for 6 months,
Yeah.
and then go back home for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then you've got to sell your house back
Yeah,
home. So
yeah.
it's a hard
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends where you want to be as well.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I love it here, but I'm not wedded to Sanur either. I mean, I could move
Yeah.
if I didn't like it anymore, or if I found a better place. But for me, for the past couple of years and for the foreseeable future, this is the place to be.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people think that too.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that's I've been going for a surf around.
Have ya?
Yeah, because I just get the boat and go straight
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been good, has it, over there?
Oh, it was okay yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a couple of good ways there. So I didn't go out today
Yeah.
because the wind picked up too early. But
Yeah.
yesterday was good.
Yeah. There's apparently a few good places like out there. You can see some waves out there, can't you?
Hyatt Reef.
Yeah.
Hyatt
Have
Reef's
you,
another
have you
one.
been out there?
I haven't actually. It's never really worked. I stayed here last time, but we're only here for one night.
Oh,
I didn't bring the
no.
board. So but we kind of travel around. Like we've been up Ballyarm.
Yeah.
We've been
Oh, nice.
Bingen. We've been over.
Yeah,
Newcastle,
Medewi,
Longman,
yeah.
Been over Lombok.
Yeah.
We've been coming here for the last
Oh.
13. Not last 13 years, but we've been here 13 times.
Yeah.
We've come for the last 30 years.
And we're
So what
staying at the Prama,
Nice.
which you said is
what
a
ab-
good one.
What about Lombok? Do you like Lombok?
I really like Lombok. Only because it's laid back a bit
Yeah.
more. You get on your bike, you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about cars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just cruising around. But I want to go over next time, and I want to stay on the other side. I want to stay at Sengigi side just to get the different feel of Sengigi to Cougar and
Yeah.
see what it's like.
Yeah. Different over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did videos on that if you want to
Yeah.
check out the channel.
I've been watching you
Yeah.
so much.
But yeah, but
And
yeah, that's what I like Sengigi. I wouldn't mind going over there. I done a ride one day from Cougar to Sengigi.
That's a long
Took
way.
us 2 3/4 hours
Yeah.
and come back and started pouring down rain. I could literally do about 10, 15 k's on the bike because it was hurting. I was just hitting it that hard.
It was like
hurting.
needle pricks.
Yeah, even with
Yeah.
the helmet on, it was
Yeah.
still hurting.
Yeah.
So we had to keep stopping and starting, finding cover.
Yeah.
But it took us nearly 4 hours to get back. It
Yeah.
took us 2 3/4 to
Yeah,
get there, 4
yeah.
hours to get back.
Well, that's
Well,
adventure, isn't it?
We're
Yeah.
going home tomorrow, and I said to Brian, my one wish is meet Adam, and I'll be happy.
There you go.
And I got you.
When are you coming back?
We basically every 3 years is
Yeah.
But I'm
roughly.
trying a bit more.
Yeah.
It takes us 3 years to kind of save up
Yep.
and have a good time. Because we've been over twice with our grandkids.
Oh,
We've got 2 sets.
That gets expensive
It
then.
does.
Especially we've got 2
does.
sets of girls, they're twins.
Yeah.
They're 18, and the boys are 12, they're twins as well.
So I'm just talking to these people here, and they said, and the lady from the art shop came out and said, "Oh, you've got to promote my art shop." So go to Alit Art Shop. She's in that big row of art shops. There's heaps of them here. Actually, don't just go to Alit. Go to all of them because they need your business. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I think it's a lot busier at the moment here in Sanur. All of a sudden feels much busier than it has done for a long time. Like even just going back a couple of weeks ago when it had increased in tourist numbers for sure, it feels a lot busier than that. I'm basing it on how often I'm getting stopped on the path by people who recognise me, and that's happening a lot more today than it normally would. On a recent video, people were talking about Jackfish as a favourite place that they go for mahi-mahi. I've never eaten there before, but that's where people love to go. So check that one out if you're interested in a bit of fish. Actually, all these warungs along here are really good places to go, very old school style. Just saw these guys playing with this big kite. I don't want to get too close, otherwise you're going to get smashed in the head with that. They're trying to reel it in. They want to try and get it in before it hits the rocks. The size of it's sort of hard to try to get in perspective on camera, but it's probably 4 meters long actually. They're fighting it. Here we go. They're going to get it on the sand, are they? What are they doing? There you go. Oh, you nearly got it. You nearly got it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. There you go. Easy. Easy. The tide's actually come right in now. You get some pretty extreme tides here as well, especially when you get that full moon. You know, this whole area can get really wet. I mean, you can see that the waves have been crashing over the path at times anyway. And the wind really sort of pushes in as well. At the moment, the winds are blowing straight towards the camera. This is where the old Lilla Pantai used to be, along here. And the Doesn't look very good, does it? Like some of those palm trees they put in, which I thought was a really good idea, they're either dead or just about dead now. They don't really look like they've been looked after, which is a little bit sad, isn't it? This is pretty close to Pantai Duyung. Pretty good access point to the beach, actually. I've got some pretty good Indonesian words for today's episode, which sort of are relevant. There's a really good one, it's called sok tau, know-it-all. And everyone sort of really despises a know-it-all. So in Indonesian, sok tau, you can say that and people know exactly what you mean. The other word I really love is kepo. And kepo is a nosy person. Well, no, it's not a person, it's the act of being nosy. And in Indonesia, one of the things that people love to be is to be kepo. Indonesians can be incredibly nosy. I will alter that just a little bit and say that a lot of specific types of people are really nosy. So family members who want to know about your private life. They want to know, are you already got a boyfriend? When are you going to get married? Are you already pregnant? That sort of stuff. And they'll get right into the details. Oh, how much money are you earning now? Really kepo. Neighbours will even be kepo about other neighbours' kids. So there's this real thing in Indonesia where parents will often make their kids do certain things just so that they themselves are not looked down upon by their neighbours. That's pretty funny. So yeah, kepo is a really good one. Another really good word is galak. Galak is the term that you give to someone who shouts or is a little bit terse or a bit unpleasant in the way they speak to you. You call them galak. You often hear the word galak in reference to someone's boss or their partner. Like, istri saya agak galak ya, hati-hati. Like, that's a pretty classic one. It's got a good feeling about it, has the word galak, to be honest. And when I say it's got a good feeling, I mean sort of in the way that, not that it's pleasant, but you can have a bit of a laugh about it because Indonesians sort of do laugh a little bit about galak people. And I tend to do it as well. If I find an angry person in the West, I actually think they're quite funny that they're losing their cool. On my previous video, I was talking a little bit about murah senyum, that generosity, that of smiles, and it's really common in Indonesia and Bali for people to be murah senyum. And they're just so generous with their smiles, but it's also like a cultural institution as well. It's not just that they are smiley people. And the key thing about murah senyum, and I probably didn't really explain it too much in the past, was that it's a warmth from a person that isn't really calculated, isn't performed. It's real. It's real smiling. It's and you can feel it. It's not this fake smile, or that people in the service industry here aren't smiling because that's their job or they're getting a tip. They're doing it because they really are smiling and they are feeling quite warm about the situation. The other thing you could sort of say about it is it's sort of a person that radiates approachability without really trying. So a lot of it's to do without really trying. I think that's the key part of it. Because when you try to do these things, it feels put on and it's not as classically murah senyum, actually. And I think lastly, the thing about murah senyum is it relates to someone's inner qualities, the way they really are. And it's the sort of person that you want to have around because they make life feel good. And I think in Indonesia, it's full of people who are murah senyum, and that's why it feels so good to be here. One of the common features about all the people I've met today, whether it be foreigner or local, is that they've been grinning ear to ear, and it's that infectiousness of someone's smile that I really love about the whole murah senyum feeling. And that positivity breeds positivity. It just feels good. It doesn't mean you need to be toxically positive, but I mean, if you surround yourself with positive people, life is pretty good. And I think I might just leave it there as we walk up towards Pantai Karang here in Sanur. So thanks for coming along for the ride today, and thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time, and sampai jumpa.